BW Wellbeing World of BW Business World
Yeah.
Dialogue on the occasion of National Doctors Day. The theme for National Doctors Day this year is Behind the Mask, Caring for Caregivers. This theme emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and supporting the well being of doctors, recognizing that they too need care and support in their very demanding roles. Today, we have a very special guest with us who is an extremely experienced and esteemed homeopathic doctor. We have with us Dr. Jawahar Shah, founder, Welcome Cure, and senior clinician and homeopath. With 5 generations following homeopathy, Dr. Shah has been running a busy practice since the last 45 years. He has delivered more than 500 seminars across 22 countries and is also an author of 2 books. His articles have been published in many national and international journals. He has been a member of the advisory committee of Central Council of Homeopathy, Government of India for 10 years. Welcome, sir. It's an honor talking to you.
Kavi, it's a great pleasure to be part of the business world activities. And I'm so happy that we are talking together about the future and how we can be part of the happiness and health around the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, my first question to you would be uh, over the past few decades, how have you seen the role of doctors evolve beyond just treating people's illnesses?
What has happened? There is a big shift in, it's not only the treatment, it is the patient care. It's the education. Doctors' role have expanded to a great extent. It includes, just not the treatment. It includes the education. It includes preventive steps because the doctors are explaining more of a preventive than it is managing the lifestyle diseases. It is like guiding them for the sleep disorders, which forms the 80 plus clinical condition. And see, everything is managed so scientifically and more or less, the approach is integrative, holistic approach. So there is a big shift which has happened. And
Yes.
the technology has come in a big way into this.
When we talk of technology, how has the doctor patient relationship changed over the years? Has technology brought us closer or pushed us apart?
There are two aspects of the technology. It has brought us together and it has raised number of challenges. But I'll tell you, more than anything, the technology, we have been able to use it in such a beautiful way. Like I'll tell you, Kavi, we have been able to see 2 million patients in rural villages. I mean, this is a record. And
Yes.
for which we have been offered by the government of India, uh, Prasadji, who was the minister, he honored us with that. And even we were, e-journal has, rewarded us with a beautiful trophy. And we were the first people who were editor's choice for a particular work which we did in eastern region of India, where in Tripura and other places where nothing could reach, we were able to provide a beautiful treatment to these people. So there is a big advantage. That is what. And actually, it saves time in traveling. It saves the cost. And today I can very proudly say that more than 70% of my patients are online. And, this has saved a cost of traveling, then, waiting. And that is what is required. So I feel that technology is helping us, but challenges, there are some old people who would like to always see you personally. So then in that case, yes, we are available.
That was very insightful. Thank you so much. So let's come to homeopathy, sir. So, how is homeopathy different in taking care of patients?
In homeopathy, it is something totally different. Homeopathy takes care of a human being at psycho, neuro, endocrinal, and immunity level. There are more than 3,000 medicines which have been proved in homeopathy, and most of it is from plant kingdom and mineral kingdom.
Yes.
And what we do is we find out the cause. So once the cause is managed, the effect goes away. And this is how we treat. And in this, most of the remedies have been proved on human beings. They are not proved on animals. And you get a very specific symptom, like very specific symptom, like, uh, you know, uh, anxiety or a fear of height, fear of examination. And there are very specific symptoms. And there are fear of flying. Like I had a beautiful case who was in big way into export. And what happens, because he was in export, he had to fly all over world. But he developed so much of fear that he would get down from the flight, and all the flight people, all the airlines stopped giving him ticket, because you must have seen Three Idiots. In that, how that particular character acts to get down. And he did the same thing with many airlines. So they stopped giving him ticket. And we gave him the treatment. And after that, he was able to fly without any anxiety, without any fear. And this is what we call it as a human specific treatment. And that is what everybody is trying to go to, a human specific treatment.
India, as a nation, we struggle with a low doctor to patient ratio. In your experience, sir, how does this shortage affect quality care and doctor burnout in terms of because there's so many expectations on the doctors? Also, my second question is, how have you personally coped with mental health pressures? Do you think that we talk enough about doctor wellness?
I think most of the doctors are stressed. But in India, we take treatment as a care. I don't agree with the question that in India we are having a problem.
Okay, sir.
I would tell you that we treat patients in 70 countries. And in US, to get an appointment, you have to wait sometimes for 2, 3 months. For
Yes.
psychiatrist appointment or a psychologist appointment, sometimes you have to wait for 5, 6 months. While hundreds of patients come to India, and India is the biggest seller of tourism. Previously, patients used to come from Gulf countries. Now, hundreds and thousands of patients come from UK, US, and Canada, because one, the treatment is less expensive, especially dental treatment and surgical procedures. And second thing, which is very important, that treatment is available immediately. As far as my coping with the work is concerned, my first case, all the first cases, I take it myself and prescribe myself. But my follow-ups are being handled by junior assistant, and there are some difficult cases which are being handled by senior assistant. I have a team of about 54 people. So my work gets divided, and I try to balance between my professional life, because I'm very much into teaching. I love teaching. Like last week also, I was at Chennai teaching in one of the colleges. So what I do is balance between my professional life, educational life, and even the patient life. So in my personal life also, I don't compromise. I'll tell you very simple thing. Like on an average, I see minimum one concert in one, or live concert once in a week or once in 15 days. Even today evening, I'm going for a concert. So it's like this. You have to vent it out. Program a week, and one dinner is absolutely required to remain healthy.
That's very well put, sir, because I'm sure the youth and even senior doctors and what you said was very insightful and very helpful for young doctors and for senior doctors and and doctors like you who are at the forefront and very senior. So, sir, I wanted to ask you one thing. When there's so much available in allopathy, how come these days I've noticed a trend that more people are becoming bent towards homeopathy and are trusting it better? So, how does homeopathy work?
Post COVID, there is a big shift, because people have realized that all the different systems of medicine work, you know. And what has happened, that you can see my hair. I'm 70. And as I said, 5 generations have been into homeopathy, and this energy comes from the right medicine. And that is why I suggest that people should, especially children. Now, there is a big shift. Like we have been running child guidance clinic. We have treated more than 14,000 children suffering from different complications. And these children become so healthy. Like even a lot of uh, underdeveloped, lot of challenged children we have been treating. And these are the children who stand first in the class after the treatment. So, they keep on referring. 99% of the homeopathic prescription is because of referrals, because they see the result. And I always believe there is something good in every science. So we should integrate, in fact, we should approach holistically and with integrative approach, that we should bring all the sciences together, help the patient so that he recovers faster. I would put it that way, it should be openness.
So my last question to you, uh, sir, has the respect for medical profession changed over the years? And what do you think is causing that shift? There's much more respect for doctors, and it's growing.
Yes, it has drastically changed. It has drastically changed. Like when I started my practice in 76, that is about 49 years back, what used to be a kind of a doctor was treated as a god, and whatever which was said was ultimate. But today it is being treated as a partner, and the patient is educated enough to understand that if we do anything which is not right, they will question you. Second thing, which is very, very important, is today the technology has so much evolved. I'll tell you a very simple thing. In our technology, we are using something very important known as Nidan. Nidan gives 25 parameters of vital health in less than 1 minute. So technology is helping a lot. Second thing, we have introduced, Neeland created AI app which allows us to understand 9 emotions. These 9 emotions are like anger, love, passion, and disgust. All these things are available in less than 1 minute. So it helps, the technology helps us. And the second aspect is it gives you engagement and passion. I'll give you a very interesting case. One of the topmost IT CEO had come for the treatment. And when we did the mind key test, what was amazing that he had only passion and passion and passion. And when we asked passion and engagement, no other emotions were available. And when we asked him, his son got married recently. So we asked him a second question, that what is the effect of your son's marriage? And even in that, the emotion which turned out to be passion and engagement. And then we could understand that this CEO is the perfect CEO for any organization, because unless you have a passion, you cannot perform. And I've always believed there are three things which cannot be borrowed, which cannot be sold, which cannot be given. One is happiness.
Yes, sir.
Second is peace and attitude. And the third is passion. So attitude, happiness,
And passion.
and passion cannot be borrowed or given. And I can tell you that I have been working passionately for last 50 years, nearly 50 years. And it has been a great pleasure to be with you. And my association with business world has been great. And I'm thankful for you to conduct this interview, and really appreciate if I could be of any help to the organization or any of the patients, always available. Take care
Thank
and wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure and honor talking to you. And I can see the enthusiasm, the energy in you for, and the passion, as you mentioned, your passion towards helping people, curing them. So it's very, very inspiring. So thank you so much, sir.
I should not say that, but I'll take that liberty of saying that during the COVID time, from my personal account,
Yes, sir.
we helped 1.5 million people with preventive doses And the Z security of Maharashtra, I was a part of the COVID task force Maharashtra,
Yes.
and the Z security force, 400 plus police people were under our treatment and our care, and only 5 of them suffered from COVID. Although they were exposed to the largest number of people, this is what I call as a happiness. When you do something without any expectation, that gives a lot of happiness.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.